All right, we are live. What is up, everybody? I almost started without even realizing it was muted. That would have been awkward.
Yeah, I've done that so many times, it's embarrassing.
With XSplit, does XSplit have the record and stream buttons right next to each other?
Yeah, it does.
Are you ever concerned when you're like wanting to record something for like B-roll footage or something that you're going to hit the start streaming button instead?
Yeah, no, dude, when I used to record videos back in the day, I was so worried about that because I had that happen before. I hit the stream button instead of the record button, and then I realized people have just been looking at gameplay on who knows whatever channel it's been streamed to. So yeah, I've had that happen before. So now it's like I have to check it 5 times before proceeding with anything.
I've done that one time, and I was just playing, and all of a sudden, someone, like one of the little chat bubbles popped up. I'm like, why is that there? I'm like, oh God, I'm live. So I just like, okay, let me just transition this into a stream. It was terrible. Because I just wasn't in the mood, you know. I was ready just to just sit back and play a game while getting B-roll footage for it.
Yeah, you know what you do in those instances?
What's that?
You just turn it into an impromptu Q&A stream.
You know what? There we go. There we go. What is up, Wooly? Happy Friday to you too. But how have you been, GCD?
I have work in 11 hours, so I hope this is gonna be worth it.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm sure it will be worth it. And hello, hello Tigger, and hello Tyler. Yeah, I would love to hear an anime fact. But go on.
I was gonna say I wasn't even supposed to work tomorrow. They just called me and it's like, hey, can you come in and work the opening? And I'm like, oh, for crying out, fine. Like, you know what? I only have like I think 19 hours next week. You know, it was gonna be a bit of a shorter week, so I'm like, you know what? I could always use a little extra cash here and there.
Oh,
because
yeah,
you never know when your car's spark coil plug is gonna go out and you gotta replace that. But then you figure out your car happens to be the kind that they can't work on the engine unless they drop the engine out of the car.
It's always like that. I was concerned because my AC earlier this week, my AC was on, but it wasn't putting out any cold air. So I'm like, oh no. So I was like, oh, good.
Sorry, I thought your story was done. Go ahead.
Oh, so I decided, you know what? Let me take a look at the filter. I haven't messed with the filter in a little bit, so maybe that's the issue. Open it up. It was one of the it's a renewable filter. It was iced over.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, that's no good. So I'm like, you know what? It's warm enough in this house. Let me just keep it open, and for like hour and a half, I just let it thaw out. Until finally it thawed out, and then it started putting out water. And luckily, I had a towel right there to like catch the water, so that wasn't a problem. I talked to my coworker, and he used to live in Miami for several years, and he said the same thing happened to him before. And he told me how to like, have you tried this? I'm like, I have not. And luckily, I was able to get it to work. So I saved like $400 or $500 just like that.
That's good.
So
did
good.
Did I tell you my whole alternator failed?
In your car?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, so what happened was one of the oil lines started leaking, and it leaked into the alternator and shorted it out.
Oh, that sucks.
It actually blew a fuse too, so yeah, they couldn't get to the alternator unless they dropped the engine in my particular car. So
how much did it end up being?
I don't want to talk about it, honestly.
Oh no.
I don't want to talk about it. All I know is like I hate my current car. Holy crap, get rid of it. Everybody in chat, if you're listening, please, like, all right, maybe I say some things here and there that you're like, I don't know if I believe that. Hey, listen to me on this one. Do not get a car that is more than 4 cylinders. You don't need 6, all right, unless you're hauling a bunch of stuff. Please, 4-cylinder cars, make sure all the spark plugs are accessible from the top. Do not have an engine where some of the spark plugs are on the bottom, because it costs a lot of money to maintain. It's a pain, and it's easy to replace spark plugs yourself and coil packs. Trust me. Do not get a car that has more than 4 cylinders. Get yourself a nice hybrid.
You know what?
My first car was a hybrid.
You know what? I would not say no to a hybrid.
Actually, like, hybrids are really nice. Like, I didn't have one of those ones that was a plug-in hybrid, though. That's the next one I want. If I get a car next, or the next time I get a car, I want it to be a plug-in hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
But regular hybrids are really nice. I never had any serious problems with mine. I just had to take it in for regular maintenance, and it did well.
I might be taking my grandma's old car.
Sell it and get a plug-in hybrid.
I mean, that's the thing is, hers is a like a
unless it's a DeLorean.
It's not a DeLorean. But
I don't care then.
I don't know the brand. I don't know the make or model. I don't think it's hybrid though. But this thing is like a 2017, and it has less than 40,000 miles on it, which is impressive. Yes, my mom fought tooth and nail for this car when my grandma died.
I can see why.
And my dad's looking for a truck, a pickup truck, so he can haul his boat. And the idea, I might be the one taking their car and paying whatever value that they get for it, because they're afraid they're going to get lowballed if they go and trade it in.
That's a reasonable concern.
So my Subi's still doing fine, but it is getting on the older side of things, and it's the thing with Subarus is once it gets to 100,000 miles, there is a belt that is known to break around that time, around like 70 or 80,000. I'm at 95. So I'm getting close to it. That's like all the mechanics are like, you know what, Subarus are perfect. That's the one issue, and that's like $1,000 repair.
For one belt? Are you serious?
Yeah, because like I was getting some work done on my car, and I asked the mechanic like, "Hey, I'm kind of getting to that point with the belt. Is it possible to just take a look at it to see how it is?" And the guy said, "I cannot. We have to take the entire engine out to do that."
Wow. Oh, so your car's got the same. Ooh, yeah. So you know the pain then.
Yes, and it's not a guarantee that the belt is going to break. Like we had like my first ever car was also Subaru's, a 96, and it still had the original belt in it.
Okay.
So yeah. Why we talk about cars? GCD was having. He just had his alternator. He had an alternator problem.
Pain.
Also, hello, Sir Chancelot. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Jordan. Hello, Nemu.
Also, I don't know if you're on the younger side, guy who asked that question, but take it from us. Probably like, I don't know, 5 years older than you. You want to be careful about what cars you get. All right. If you get a car, make sure you love this car and that you want to take care of it and that you want to see it last for a long time.
Right.
Because cars can be a pain if you get it wrong.
Exactly. Anyway, we are continuing on with the right of turnabouts. We're going to the investigation. And to answer Nemu, no, we're not going to be dealing with the twat with the butterflies. Not this time.
Butterflies?
Butterfly man. Shadmane?
Shadmati?
Shadmate, that's it.
Okay, yay. We don't have to deal with him for a stream. That's nice.
I don't think so. Typically, we don't interact with the prosecutors much during the investigation portions. The gay butterfly man.
The gay butterfly man.
Jordan also asked, "What did you think of the new Sonic 3 trailer?" I think it was pretty cool.
I've never seen any of these Sonic movies.
I recommend them.
Somebody stream me a copy and then I'll watch it.
I definitely recommend at least the first two. I could recommend those.
So all of them currently?
All of them currently, yeah. It's better than the Mario movie. I'll go out there and say it.
That's not exactly a high bar, in my opinion.
The Mario movie was like a perfect 7.5 out of 10. Like it was nice. It was like comfort food, like kind of like a bag of chips. It doesn't have a lot of substance, but it tastes really good. While I think at least the Sonic movie 2 was like a really nice home cooked meal. Like it was delicious. It was satisfying, and you know what? It could have been way better. But you're never going to say no to it again.
Okay, I mean, I'll check it out I'm not buying it, but I'll check it out.
Okay,
if I can somewhere.
If it ever I think we did the first one on my stream movie night, but we could try to do a movie night for the second one of these days.
Yeah, maybe. What do I do now? Weren't you convicted of murder? How are you able to walk around free?
They kept the trial going because they want all the information.
I can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty.
This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then. This court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Wright, guilty.
I would say take it better, but this is like the second ever loss, and he's about to die.
The first loss he wanted too.
Yeah, true. He kind of actively worked for it. Mr. Wright!
Albie.
I saw the whole trial. What's going to happen to Miss Maya now?
The chair. I'm worried about that too. Right now.
That's the thing, Nemu. In this entire franchise, everyone has a pun name.
Oh, was it me? Oh. I have one more thing to report. Prosecutor's dead body.
Yes.
This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it.
I know it's supposed to be a crane, but every time I see it, it looks like a crow.
I don't really see it. Right now, I need to focus on the next trial.
Okay, you got me there, Jordan. You got me there, but I think it's also a little bit play with Mia, though, too. The pun with Mia. All right, see you later. Is it Tiggerek? Thanks for stopping by.
I forgot to pull up the chat. I'll do that now.
The murder of Acolyte Zealot, right?
At least the jury is still out on that one, so to speak. Two murderers are most likely connected. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zealot's murder, it might give me the ammunition I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict.
Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you any way I can.
I appreciate it, Albie, but we're talking about a murder.
Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own.
You have a point there. I wish I knew what to do.
Well, she seems down in the dumps.
Why? I've been sentenced to the chair. Isn't that what you wanted? Isn't that your benevolence? Princess Rafa?
Oh, it is you again. The dead lawyer walking, guilty of abetting a murderer under the Defense Capability Act.
Ah! I see she hasn't lost any of her charm.
It's not like I'm gonna miss you or anything, barbed head.
Why the long face? I thought you'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act.
Humph. I am in no mood to take joy in your suffering. For I was unable to defeat you, and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess.
I guess that answers my question.
Have I misunderstood the voice of Mitama yet again? This can't be! And she passes out.
All I did was defend my client.
And that's enough to make a lot of enemies, Phoenix.
I can't bear to see her looking so sad like this, though. Your benevolence. Your benevolence!
Oh, barbed head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm.
I'm not dead yet! I still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial.
What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet?
That's right. I'm going to prove Maya innocent tomorrow.
But why? Why do you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy. Obstinacy?
Obstinacy?
Obstinacy? I guess like maybe like stubbornness.
Let me look it up real fast.
Investigate all you want. I care not.
Yeah, stubborn.
Gotta use those context clues.
You really don't mind? But aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner but aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner by the DC Act might do something desperate, like forge evidence?
What's this?
If left unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I wanted, you know. He's got a plan. I don't know what his plan is, but he's got a plan.
Grr.
Okay, now to see if she takes the bait.
Yes, I see your point. I don't know why, but I feel as if Phoenix was not a lawyer, I think he would be like a teacher.
Based on how well he handles Maya, I'm gonna have to wholeheartedly disagree with you.
Fair enough. Barbed head.
Yes?
I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or some or other misdeed while I was not watching.
Huh?
That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest's soul. Yes, of course. That is the only explanation.
I was just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me.
I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore, today, I will be monitoring your every move once more. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. And you, boy, do not throw your lot in with this foreign devil. But your benevolence.
It's okay, Aldi. You don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. But first, I should probably lighten my load a bit. Aldi, would you mind holding on to some evidence for me?
Of course not. I'm always glad to help. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you.
Now then.
Phoenix did study art in university. That is true.
Scene of the crime is the logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found at the Plaza of Devotion.
What is your like head canon? What do you think Phoenix would be if he wasn't a lawyer?
Maybe a piano player?
Wasn't it like displayed that he sucked at that?
He also sucks at being a lawyer.
You know what? Fair.
Objectively.
Objectively, yes, but somehow he makes it work. Every single time.
Looks like the police already finished their investigation. I think that's just what goes on here. Every prosecutor sees this guy's like, this dude's an idiot. He's winning by luck. And they're like, all right, I'm going to be the one who takes this guy down. And they go up against him. It's like, I just got so freaking humiliated.
It's like, you know that meme is like, damn, they got hands. That's every prosecutor's like, I'm gonna get a win over that spiky-headed defense. It's like, damn, that spiky-headed defense got hands.
Then there are times where he actually does a decent lawyering job. Like, I want to say case 2 of the first game. Did pretty good there, actually.
I feel as if I think his biggest strength is just he has really good logic, and he's really good at bluffing until the point he could put the dots together.
That's what people try to catch him on. He's always trying to bluff. So, like, I'll take this bluffing fool down. And it's like, damn, he's got hands. He bluffed his way through that.
You would think they would stop just like, okay, you know what? Just do it. Just like, okay. You would think they would like iron everything out beforehand, but I think that's the point.
You would think. But everybody wants to be the guy who finally defeats Phoenix Wright. Christoph Gavin had it for a while, and then Phoenix really, damn, he got hands for real, for real.
For real. It's like it took him 7 years to get it, too. Which I just realized, too, you know the expression, revenge is a dish best served cold?
I've heard that one, yeah.
He served revenge to Christoph in a restaurant that specialized in serving Russian cold soup.
I never thought about that until now.
That is perfect. I just realized that now.
Dang, that's awesome. That's hilarious.
Chill Pill Will, you were plush boy. Hey, dude, how you doing? I don't necessarily remember you, but hello, hello regardless.
I think I remember seeing that guy around from time to time. Long time no see. Hope you've been doing well.
Oh, Broshka. Is that the name of it? Broshka. Or Boshka? Borscht.
Something, I don't know. I don't know Russian. A body outline and flowers. Did someone leave them here in memory of the deceased? And there's something different about the prayer flags today.
Oh, this one right here.
Ah, good eye.
As the high priest's disciple, acolyte Zealot was utterly devoted to his training. First the high priest, and now his devoted disciple, Maya Fey will pay for this.
As I keep telling you, Maya has nothing to do with any of this.
And you can prove this how? Oh, good luck with that, dude.
What's he say?
He's heading off to college tomorrow.
Oh.
Best of
Good
luck.
luck. You're gonna need it. Please don't study anything stupid. Please don't study gender studies. Please study business or trade. Please study something useful. But, congrats. What do you think I'm doing here? Gathering dirt and dust for a trial?
You and your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your lawyerly ilk are so reviled.
Hey, Mr. Wright, who's this?
That must be Emma.
Hey, Mr. Wright!
Oh, I'm
Hey,
good.
call. Emma!
My girl. It's that detective from your country again.
It's the princess!
You seem displeased that I am here.
Oh, no. Don't be silly.
She's from, she studied in England. She's all about royalty.
Fair? Yes. Mr. Wright, I'm so sorry about what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, Emma. We're just doing your job. And if I had just done mine... Mr. Wright. But it's no use crying over spilled milk. Would you mind telling me about what you know about the murder? It's do or die in court tomorrow. And I mean that literally.
I'm in theater as of right now, so your worries may come true. There's some stuff you can like kind of like sidestep into.
Please have a minor.
For the most part, though, it's not necessarily what you know; it's who you know these days.
Sad truth.
That's the most important thing I would say to you. Just get connections, get connected.
Gladly. I'll help in any way I can. Please have a minor lined up, though, please.
Remember,
Just as a backup, just have a backup option, all right? Just do that much for me.
yeah, definitely. Take the electives and figure out, like, try to find. If you don't have anything right now, that's totally fine. Just take the electives and keep an open mind too.
Yes, don't worry, I have a minor. Okay, that takes a little of the worry away.
There you go. Plus, also, you can always double major too. I've seen several people do that, and a lot of programs require you to take a minor. Like for whenever I was in the computer science program, they required a minor in mathematics.
Gotcha.
Remember, I have my eye on the both of you, so see to it that you commit no misdeeds.
Of course not. We're talking to a professional here. My sister actually double majored in German and psychology.
There you go.
Well, with World War III right around the corner, that might be a great idea.
Oh my gosh. And Jordan starts back this week. Nice. I major in JLA. I am bad at abbreviations. What does that mean?
JLA.
I'm trying to think. What is that?
Junior League Assistants.
I don't feel as if you need a major for that. That's just basically you get hired.
I was just making something up on the spot.
Justice Law Association.
Law Association.
Oh,
okay.
are you planning on going to law school? That's pretty cool.
Learn how to bluff just for the meme.
Did you? You know what? I've actually seen on Reddit. Someone found out that their law school had the Phoenix Wright manga in the library under references.
Is that for real?
For real.
That is, it's funny, but also kind of stupid because the Phoenix Wright legal system would never come close to the complexity of our real legal system.
It was
that is funny though. That is funny.
the best part as well is people actually had a Phoenix Wright like debate when they're saying objection and hold it under why it would be under the reference section, and people made some excellent points. It was
that
perfect.
That is pretty funny. Let's see. How about starting with an overview of what happened? Sure. The victim is Perez Zalat.
They got a double name pun.
Perez Zalat.
Praise a lot, and then his last name is just Zealot. That is perfect.
That's praise a lot.
Praise a lot and Zealot.
He was the high priest's disciple.
Hey, Springy, how you doing?
That person has a Miku in their profile picture. We would make good friends.
Miku is all over the internet right now. Have you seen him? Have you seen all the Mikus?
I mean, I saw it was trending. I'm like, oh, cool. But I was busy with other things at the time, so I didn't look into it.
Ah, there you go.
His body was discovered around noon today.
Oh, wow. Oh, he probably was killed while everyone was praying, then everyone just thought he was praying. They were praying next to a dead body.
Yo, that's a horrifying thought that you're in a long prayer, and all of a sudden the guy next to you is dead.
He was really speaking to God, but in a different type of way. It was a way more direct line at that point.
Okay. Right after the rite had wrapped up, someone get GCD a Miku concert ticket. I would totally go to one if someone if you buy me the ticket, I'll take the video of me going. I will go for your amusement. There we go.
Make a vlog with it, like my visit to the Miku concert. Not
There's
clickbait.
bound to be a Miku. All right, I'm gonna end up getting sidetracked. I gotta look up when the next Miku concert is. So during the High Priest's murder trial. Oh wait, no, that was Phoenix. So during the High Priest's murder trial, that's right. Apparently, he had been praying since the day before the rite even started. Talk about serious devotion. Zeke, did you tell Genki that I made a drawing of him and as Hatsune Miku?
Yeah, Wooly made a art of your character as Hatsune Miku.
Okay then.
I need to share it with you.
That I am kind of curious. Yeah, I barely lasted a few minutes. This is a picture of Mr. Zealot's body. Wow. That dagger in his upper back looks like it would have been particularly painful.
Yeah, that's really painful. He also has a peach tattoo.
What do you know? Is that a tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach shaped.
Oh, 13 line says present the badge to Emma. Okay.
Everyone started leaving when the praying was finally done. But the victim remained bent over in prayer. And when they went over to check him, they discovered he was dead, right? Yes. The estimated time of death is May 9, sometime between the start of the rite and the discovery of the High Priest's body. In other words, we believe the crime took place during the purification rite. And the murder weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the high priest. The prosecution believes Maya came down the stairs after killing the high priest. And then stabbed Mr. Zella with the same dagger. Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but what about the cause of death?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the knife in the back of his head? Or back of his neck?
He apparently died instantly from the dagger that was left thrust into his upper back. Here's the autopsy report.
Cause of death was a spinal cord injury from being stabbed in the upper back by a bladed weapon. I love how casual this game can get with how like graphic the deaths can be.
It's yeah.
It's like that like any other things like stabbed in the upper like spinal cord injury by a stab in the upper neck. Every other thing just like it's incredibly bloody. This game just has like cheery music.
Uh-huh.
Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? I want to know. Well, Barbed Head, out with it!
Oh, so the princess of Spirit Medium Kingdom is interested in forensic science?
Humph, I have no interest in science, forensics or otherwise. Nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in.
There's nothing silly about it. I'll have you know, even Prosecutor Shadmati holds forensics in high regard.
Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Still, I suppose it is nothing much compared to the divination seance.
Divination.
Divination seance?
She really doesn't have an adorable bone in her body. Emma, I think she's actually interested. Would you mind explaining it to her? I guess I have to now. Okay, there are many ways to estimate the time of death. But the most well-known method uses the change in body temperature.
Interesting. Have you heard about I think it's the University of Tennessee's corpse forest?
The University of Tennessee Corpse Forest.
Yes, so they have a forensic science department, one of the highest regarded in the countries, actually.
Okay.
They have a forest of these donated dead bodies, where they just leave them out in the forest, just for like animals to find them and stuff like that, so that they can teach teach the students the various different levels of decay. Like, okay, this is what a decay out in the forest looks like after a week, after 2 weeks, stuff like that, so that when they're out in the field, when they're actually doing their studies, or when they're actually like at an actual crime scene, they can easily identify the time of death.
Ah. Also, I just noticed on X, Logan Paul's going to Tennessee.
New vlog trip.
Credit to Wooly Luigi. I saw him say Logan Paul in the chat. I just thought, okay, I'll turn that into a joke.
It took me like a split second. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Why Logan Paul go to Tennessee? And then I'm like, oh, I get it. Body temperature drops at a steady rate. Oh, whoop! Did you?
I was just. Do you want Emma? You already got the princess.
Oh, whoops.
Body temperature drops at a steady rate from the moment a person dies. That means we can tell how long someone's been dead by measuring their temperature. Now, does this method account for outside conditions, whether it's hot or cold out? I would imagine it does.
Yes. The colder the environment, the longer it takes to decay.
Ah, right. Yeah, I get you.
I know of like some cases, people will jack up the heat of a room to make it seem like the body has been around for way longer. But because of those lessons and stuff like that, they use the bugs to identify.
The bugs?
Yeah, like flies and other bugs that will like rest on a dead body.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing they learn. Is even though that's how they can easily identify. Well, not easily, but that's one way they can see through the veil that they're like the perpetrator is trying to do.
Okay. Interesting.
Forensics is so freaking cool, dude. Barbed head, present your forehead now.
What? Why?
You feel just a little over 95 degrees. It seems you're not dead yet. She seems so proud about that, too. It's like, look at me, I did science.
Wow. Of course I'm not!
It was just but a jest. After all, you're still the dead lawyer walking.
I fail to see the humor in any of this. Were there any witnesses? So many people here at the plaza, you'd think somebody would have seen something.
You would think, but no, they were all praying.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But we haven't found a single witness. How is that even possible?
They were all praying. Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted to prayer, naturally.
Oh, right. The back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you'd think someone would have noticed something.
I would comment on the fact that Phoenix's back breaks just by getting into a like downward dog prayer position. However, he did survive a 50-foot drop off of a bridge into a river and a 30-foot tall, like getting launched 30 feet in the air by a car.
That was 2 years before this, too. How did he get so weak? You
His
know what?
body's catching up.
You know what I think it is? I don't
What?
think he just passed out. I think somebody knocked him out at this point.
That is possible. Speaking of temperatures, have you heard of the John List case? John List offed his family. He placed them in a room of sleeping bags and lowered the temperature. Oh, really? Yeah, they people will mess with the temperature inside a room to try to limit the decay and stuff like that.
He went on the run for 18 years.
Damn.
Huh. That's quite a marathon. I thought so too, but
The river fall, he could have been in a dive position. Yeah, but still hitting the water after like a 50 or so foot drop. They made a point of talking how far of a drop that was.
it was also a snowy mountain, so that water would have been very cold.
They made because remember Dahlia also made that jump, and they assumed she was dead. So it was a big drop.
Also, I think Dahlia did her stunt in the summer too.
Oh yeah, true.
Phoenix is a tough cookie. At least he was, but now he's gotten back problems, and I'm still not convinced that it was just his back that gave out. I'm pretty sure someone did something.
Oh damn it! I was trying to see if we had Phoenix's age. I think it was 7 years older than Maya.
Let's see. She was in the first game. She was 17 and he was 24. So 7, yeah.
So he's about 35, 36.
Uh-huh.
Sounds about right. What I heard.
Plus, everyone was so absorbed in prayer they didn't see or hear anything.
Plus, he's under a lot of stress with his bluffing with Court as well.
That's true. This case happened in 1971. Huh. Wow.
What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains that there was no witnesses. However, there is one piece of irrefutable evidence: the dagger.
Sadly, yes.
Real quick, we were told to present the badge.
Congrats on your return to the legal world. I wanted to congratulate you sooner, but I never had the chance. Thanks, Emma. And congratulations to you, too, on becoming a forensics investigator.
According to 13 Lions, Phoenix is 35 in this game, and Maya is the same age Mia was in the first game. Nice.
Well, what do you know? Thanks. Oh, I know. Let's celebrate by dusting your attorney's badge for fingerprints. Or how about we do a luminal test on it? I think I'll pass on both, but thanks. Could you tell me about the murder weapon? The killer used the Warbad dagger, the legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It was discovered impaled in the victim's upper back.
The accused fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not?
Yes, they were.
With such irrefutable evidence, there is no questioning the accused's guilt.
Not so fast. What about a motive? Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot.
What do the police think about this matter? Well, police?
Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot.
So you say, but let us hear what the police think about the matter.
The police believe Maya is the Lady Kira figure who's been battling the rebels. And since Mr. Zealot was the disciple of the High Priest, who turned out to be a rebel,
He too was likely a rebel, and therefore met the same untimely demise as his teacher.
yes, that is how the police currently view this crime. There's no way Maya is that Lady Kira vigilante. I agree on a personal level, but the police are just going with what today's trial concluded. Ugh. I really blew it in court today. Maybe present the knife, see if we can get more information. Maya's fingerprints were found on the dagger that was used in the murder. The police are, therefore, investigating her as their prime suspect.
The evidence is irrefutable, with no room for argument.
I really don't know. I really don't want to treat Maya as a suspect, but based on the evidence and police reports I've received so far, it's not looking good. Not good. More like, how could it get any worse? Based on the estimated time of death, we believe he was killed during the rite itself. It appears he was stabbed in the upper back with a dagger and died instantly. But there were so many people here. How could no one have noticed? Unless they were all rebels and are in on it. I know. I can't believe it either. I guess they were just that focused on their prayers or something.
You know, I just realized something. They did talk about the the flag. So let's.
I almost refuse to believe this at this point. Like, the dude had a knife shoved in his neck. He didn't make a sound. He didn't, like, no sounds were made to get people's attention real quick.
If you hit the spinal cord like that, that's the brainstem.
No sound at all, though?
You go out just like that.
I still find it a little as hard to believe. This prayer flag looks so much newer than the rest.
Another thing I'm thinking as well, though.
Yeah?
Time of death, May 10th, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. When was the purification? They said that they just said that he was praying beforehand. There is a possibility. No, someone will notice that knife. Never mind.
Your benevolence? What does it say here?
The dearest wishes of our suspect are written upon these prayer flags.
Subject.
Oh, subject. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude, but if you must know. It says, at the usual spot, bring grub, the keys to. That is one of the more direct and practical prayers I've ever seen.
I wonder if it's even a prayer. So these flowers were left here in memory of Acolyte Zealot? What are they called?
They are known as namana, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost.
Namanda, I think it was?
Namanda?
I think so. It seems offering flowers in memory of the dead is a usual practice, or is a universal practice. Acolyte Zealot was killed in a prayer pose. With his head bent over like that, the last thing he saw must have been this rug.
It is a prayer rug woven by devout monks. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon his departed soul.
It's strange that there are no bloodstains, though.
Perhaps it was so cold his blood froze, or perhaps it was absorbed by his vestment.
It is pretty cold. Maybe the blood really did just freeze inside his body.
If that's the case, the killer is Sub-Zero. There's no one else.
Okay. That message on the prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there is to see around here.
You have not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up?
No, I'm not calling it quits yet. Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Wright?
Nope, but we're still gonna try.
I've got literally nothing to lose.
You know, he does have a point. You do have a point.
Can't really say at this point. All I know is I have to keep investigating.
What are they gonna do? Super kill me? What are you two sneaks up to? I would advise you to get back to work if you're done here, detective. Otherwise, I will report you to Prosecutor Shadmane for
Dereliction?
dereliction of duty.
I'm going! I'll see you later, Mr. Wright, and good luck. Would you two judge me if I said I support the rebels? I don't know. What have the rebels done? What exactly are they fighting for?
The liberation of the country? We haven't really heard too much about them.
If they were rebelling because of the atrocious legal system, I think it would be kind of understandable, because a legal system that gives absolutely no representation to the accused is just a legal system that is going to fail. Like, nobody would trust nobody with a decent working brain, two brain cells to rub together, would trust a legal system like that.
Yeah, something doesn't add up with the royalty here.
Yeah, I mean, the king is an outright monster. Like, he kind of just bragged about getting all those lawyers killed.
Yeah. Something's up if they're trying to get all the lawyers killed. Like, they kill a few lawyers, drive everyone else out of the country. Something's up with that.
I should really pay a visit to everyone and every place connected with this case. This might be the game where Phoenix Wright actually saves a country. Because if he can convince them there's something deeply wrong with their legal system, he might actually stop the country from going into total disarray. I've already searched here, but it never hurts to take another look around. The broken one. That lantern looks broken, but it's hard to make out the details from this angle. I'll take a closer look when I'm in a better spot. Same thing.
Oh. Oh.
Maybe the fourth position? Oh, no, there's only 3. Okay, maybe try here. Huh? Oh, okay, there we go. Now try the lamp.
It's already checked. We've already checked it. Oh.
Rafa has dialogue when presenting the badge. Oh, I'm sure she has great things to say about us. I can't believe Mr. Ardball used this as a parachute.
That reckless fool. Then again, he must have a screw loose if he counts himself among those vile rebels.
I wouldn't exactly call him crazy, but he's certainly one of a kind.
Let's present the badge. What is this badge you bear?
It's a sunflower pin. They're quite popular in my country.
It is rather cute, I must say.
Actually, it's just my attorney's badge.
Oh, so you mean it would have actually been worth more than a cheap accessory?
My profession is worth more than $1.20, you know?
That boy has grown far too close to you. He will require re-education if he persists in befriending lawyers.
Re-education? What exactly does that entail?
First, he must meditate upon Lady Kira for 48 hours in the prayer pose.
How is that re-education? Sounds more like torture to me.
Okay, this seems like just the... Okay, I think nothing's here. So let's go to the High Priest's house.
Okay.
Oh, I have a feeling the Widow's not happy with us.
Good point.
We besmudged... we besmudged his name, or her late husband's name.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you again, but...
Oh, it's you. Barbed Head! You are not contemplating casting suspicion upon Lady Bilip, are you? She lost her beloved husband, and now Acolyte Zealot, who was like a son to her.
Of course I'm not. But since she was close to both victims, I wanted to hear what she has to say.
Very well.
And then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Inmi. That probably means she isn't a rebel.
Oh yeah, her name is Baylebe, like baby in me.
Belabe?
But Belabe, that's it. Belabe in me. Is this about poor Puree? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I could talk about that right now.
But what about Maya? She's innocent.
Maya? I heard she was found guilty. First my dear husband, and now Puree?
Miss Inmi, you don't really believe that Maya is the killer, do you?
I don't know. But that was the verdict, so what else can I believe? What am I to do? I'm starting to see the theme here. Believe what's being told to you.
The verdict was already reached in your husband's case. But the truth of the matter is yet to be found. But the truth of the matter is yet to be found.
How could you be so sure?
Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That's all I have right now. My faith in her. So please, help me understand what happened.
So you're defending her based solely on faith? Even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused?
That's right.
If that's not the biggest definition of faith right there, I don't know what is. And hey, Supper Toad! All right then. Your faith has moved me. I will tell you what I can. Are you sure about this, Lady Belabe? My lovely wife is also a devoted follower of Quranism. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you have lied about your faith in Mayafe's innocence, I shall curse your entire family and all your disciples for the next 8 generations.
Hey! Leave Athena and Apollo alone, buddy! Does he see them as his kids?
As his disciples, I guess.
Oh, I guess so.
Father Phoenix. He rules the roost.
He's got 3 kids at this point. Athena, Apollo, and Trucy.
Do you think he has a favorite?
Probably.
He tells Apollo, like, oh, don't worry, I don't have favorites. And then he goes to Trucy. I do have favorites.
And that's why Apollo didn't cry at Phoenix's funeral. How did Acolyte Zealot end up living here as your husband's disciple?
4 kids if you count Pearl. I forgot about Pearl. That's true.
Pearl's not around enough. She's more like a niece.
True. About 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, he came across Puree collapsed on the ground. That's when he brought him here. You were always one to help those in need, weren't you, dear?
And he's been living here ever since? About 2 years ago. That's around the same time Maya arrived in Kurine.
Okay. Yes, he was born in a poor village and had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as his disciple. but not only as a disciple, he was like a member of our family, too.
I see. If this is where Acolyte Zealot lived.
You know what? That kind of that might recontextualize this. What if it wasn't for what if it wasn't for the dead guy? I forgot his name already.
Bald?
Yeah, bald man. Bald dead guy.
Bald, in the picture frame guy, you mean?
Yeah, that guy.
Actually, I think they were both bald, so that would get confusing. There might be something I could learn about, or there might be something I could learn about him lying around here.
All right, then.
So he wants us to examine. What is this scary-looking spike thing?
It is a floor cushion for the for heightening a practitioner's mental focus. Your ignorance astounds me. There is not a soul in Korine who would not recognize this.
When we looked through our patent records, it was known as Hemorrhoid Eviscerator 9000, but we found a different use for it. A floor cushion? You mean you're supposed to sit on this?
How else would you suggest it be used?
It looks like a torture device to me. This game looks kind of like checkers or chess.
You mean to say you have never heard of Kachu Demi? Kachu Dimhall? Kachu Dimhall?
Catch them all! Pokemon!
Catch 'em all! Oh my gosh, it is! I've heard people describe it as Karanese chess.
So two players take turns moving their pieces in a bit to capture the other's king.
Not quite. In Catch 'em all, the object is the utter annihilation of your opponent. Furthermore, each piece has a special move that can only be used once per game.
Special moves? Sounds like a game right up Maya's alley. A photo of the High Priest, his wife, Acolyte Zealot, and Maya. She's got the little samurai toy. Since Maya's in it.
This is so cute. Oh, look at her. She has the... Oh, did she... Was she the Steel Samurai fan?
Oh!
Maya said that there was a fan that she traded with.
I remember that, yeah.
That's adorable. Their little found family, and then Maya.
Must have been taken the day before the rite. I should ask Miss Inmi about it.
This looks like a VTuber collaboration stream with all the, with all the different designs. Look at Belieb's wrist.
We did.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, 13. To think that this would be their final family photo. That no-good Maya Fey has some nerve. I mean, here she is posing with the two men whom she would soon kill.
I beg to differ. I see this photo as proof that she didn't kill them.
That smile of hers does not fool me. I sense a deep and abiding malice behind it.
I'll prove Maya's smile is the real deal. We need to present.
Oh, I didn't realize it got.
Can I ask you about this photo?
It was taken during the Feast of Blessings, the day before the rite was held.
And all you served them was steamed celery and carrots.
It looks like there's also dumplings and egg rolls as well.
Oh, that's good. Maya would have been miserable here without that. The Feast of Blessings. Would you mind telling me a little more about it?
This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings.
The Feast of Blessings?
Yes, it is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite, so the day before it's performed, we enjoy dishes full of jingalo?
Jingil?
Jingil?
Jingil.
Full of jingil, an herb known to strengthen the body and mind. Maya doesn't have her hamburgers. Oh my gosh, if this game was translated or modernized by the same group, they would have had a cheeseburger in there. Eat your cheeseburger, Apollo. You loved your jingil based dishes I make, didn't you, dear?
Jingil. I heard you can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some.
Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell. Our customs say these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite, and only between noon and 3 p.m.
That's pretty specific. Is it because the smell is too strong?
A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcomed the next day.
Wow. Is it really that strong?
Hey, me man arts. Just finished binging all the episodes of the trilogy a few hours ago. Perfect timing.
Come to think of it, the evening before the murder.
Is gingeal weed? It's not weed.
An overwhelming odor was all over town. It was like cross between garlic and mint.
Yeah, I don't think it's weed because I don't think you cannot confuse weed with mint. Let's just be real here. After the Feast of Blessings, Puree went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I never thought that would be the last time I would see him.
What was Maya doing at the time?
Shortly after Puree left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that.
So Acolyte Zealot went out to pray the afternoon before the rite? According to the newspaper, on the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold the whole place had iced over.
Puree always prayed a lot, far more than anyone I've ever known. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as others.
I don't know why, but that's kind of intimidating to me.
Hey, Doge. Just arrived and elect to say the title of the stream has a typo? Does it really?
Huh.
I'm terrible at spelling, so I have no clue. Spirit of Justice. I'll take a look at it later.
I think you might be missing an I here. I actually, Yeah, it looks like they're saying you misspelled spirit.
SP IRT. Is there another I in there?
Spirit is spelled Spirit.
Oh, okay. RIT. All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome from all of us. I thought I'd made some progress by now. But I haven't come across any particularly insightful information, even here.
You seem disappointed.
This is in me. Is there anything else you could tell?
I am a master analyzer. Well, I will have to agree, Doge.
Thumbs up, Doge.
Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer... Barbed head?
Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you.
We have paid a visit to all the people and places connected with this case. I think it's about time you prepare yourself for the inevitable, don't you? Oh, poor Maya.
She's not having a good day. Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during that trial earlier today.
I'm sorry too, Nick. I never meant to get caught up in this whole mess.
Do you have access to the S-Line case? I think so. I think everything is added in this. This is the definitive remake.
Even worse, I got you caught up in it too. And you were convicted under that stupid law. Nick, you really should withdraw from this case.
We can't. He's already been found guilty. What's the worst that can happen? He'll be found super guilty?
Maybe they'll even commute your sentence if you do.
I could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm going to pull off a win somehow.
It's not like I don't believe in you, it's just...
Don't worry. Maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see.
Okay.
I hired this princess to stare at you.
Money well spent, I guess. You're awfully quiet, your benevolence.
It is only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you two a good talk before you depart from this world.
Sorry, but we're not giving up yet. And we won't till the bitter end.
There is no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdict. Worry not of Maya Fey. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from your neophyte practitioner soul. Then, perhaps, the Holy Mother may finally forgive her.
Wait. Was that her attempt at comforting me?
Barbed Head, further resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle. Accept the judgment that has been passed upon you.
She obviously doesn't know me very well.
Then, perhaps, your sentence will be commuted and...
Hold it right there, your benevolence. Why do you always have to be like that?
Maya? What are you...
What is the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls.
Nick here is risking his life to defend me.
And that is why I told you it will come.
No, it won't! Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to do. He's defending his client no matter what.
Enough! There's no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice. For we have deviation seance.
But your insights are wrong!
Oh, Maya!
Oh boy, that's gotta hurt.
She's about to go in a Call of Duty lobby rant right there.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? Do the victim's souls or the Holy Mother herself wish to judge people in error?
Oh, you dare bring her holiness's name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney!
Please, you two, enough already.
Sorry, Nick. I got a little carried away.
You sure Rafa isn't another secret daughter of Morgan Fay? No, but they're long-lost ancestors, probably.
I think we did establish that at some point.
Yeah, that there's some connection to the Fay clan and this country.
That's not really like me, huh?
No, I should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner.
How dare you mock me so? You will not get away with this! I was a fool to show you compassion and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just desserts. Just deserts.
No, I think it's desserts.
It's desserts is two S's.
Is it?
Uh-huh. Desert and dessert are you can tell because you will want to go for seconds for desserts. So there's two S's.
Ah.
You'll
Clever.
receive your just deserts as you scorn as the scorn of our kingdoms is heaped upon you.
I can see straight through that controlled smile on your face, you know. Damn Tsundere. Well, Tsundere would imply that she likes Phoenix but is hiding it with aggression. This girl just hates lawyers, so not quite, Jesse, not quite. She's just an annoying brat, that's what it is.
She's an annoying brat, but it also seems like she's slowly starting to kind of like question what's going on. Like, why is Phoenix the way he is? Like, she's questioning her own skills. Her own seances are being turned against her. And this is the first time.
Fair enough. She may say these terrible things. It's just the way she was raised, I guess. Her father's a psychopath, so, not a surprise his kid turned out kind of, annoying. Could you try to remember what happened one more time?
I've been trying as hard as I can. But I can't remember anything from the middle of the right onward.
Oh, right. You suddenly felt sleepy, and everything after that's a blank.
I'm terribly sorry, Your Honor. My client was eepy. so she can't remember a thing.
Even so, I didn't kill anyone. And I'm not the one going around dressed like Lady Kira. Although it's kind of cool to think there's a mysterious female vigilante out there.
Right. Were you close to acolytes a lot?
We met several times during the meetings about the rite. But I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet.
Didn't you eat together the day before the rite?
Yeah, we ate this one super stinky dish, but it was actually really good.
Hey, Umbreon, how you doing?
I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it was love at first bite. Like, you know the salty noodles at Eldoon's Noodles? It's like you added garlic and herbs to that, and let it simmer for a really long time.
Sounds more like a hot pot than ramen to me at this point.
Now I miss ramen too.
They went back on the back to the ramen. It's no longer cheeseburgers.
No, not the cheeseburger. They're better than ramen. So what about Acolyte Zalat? So what was Acolyte Zalat like when you were eating?
He seemed to be enjoying the food. But as soon as we were done, he left to go pray.
And what did you do?
Oh, I returned to the temple to prepare for the rite.
That coincidence with Miss Amy's description of events. Or that coincides with Miss Amy's description of events. Any idea who might be pretending to be Lady Kira?
When the rite started, it was just me and Abbott in me.
But the seance vision showed a third figure who looked like Lady Kira.
I know. Lady Kira. I wish I could have seen her in the flesh.
Yeah. Let's stay focused on the case, shall we? It was supposed to have been impossible for a third party to enter the inner sanctum.
But what if she came from the sky? You know, like that bushy, bearded paratrooper? That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings.
That's from the Plumbed Punisher TV show, right?
How'd you know?
Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings.
Oh, I've got it this time. There must be a secret room with a secret door at the inner sanctum. Did you know there are 88 secret Plumbed Punisher bases here in Karayan?
Can we please stop talking about the Plum Punisher show for 1 sec, Maya?
Okay, just wanted to double check the knife in the Plum Punisher.
I guess so. Keeping it real is so much harder than it looks.
Hey, Bear. Hello, are we acing this attorney? We're definitely trying.
We got a guilty verdict last game, so, I don't know about acing. I think we're at a C- at this point.
You know what they say, D's equal degrees.
I guess. Well, I should get going now.
Sorry I wasn't any help.
Don't worry, I've got this. We'll beat the charges tomorrow and be on. We'll beat the charges tomorrow and be on the first plane back home before you know it. Then we'll grab dinner at El Dunes. Or your favorite burger joint. You pick.
Sounds good. I think I'll get the extra large hamburger steak topping on my salty bowl. Best of both worlds.
You can have whatever you like. But first I have to beat the charges.
And I have both here and the credit card charges.
I almost forgot.
What is it?
I have a favor to ask.
Okay. But why are you whispering?
I forgot. I left something at the High Priest's house. It's super important. Would you mind getting and holding onto it for me?
Sure. So what's this super important thing?
In my bag, you'll find a folding book. It's only given to the priestess who performs the rite. It's called the Tome of Secrets.
That does sound important. How could you leave something like that just lying around? That explains all the whispering. If Rafa found out, all hell would break loose.
Look, it's got Lady Kira's real name written in it, so...
Oh.
Oops! Don't tell anyone I told you that! In fact, just forget I said anything at all. It's supposed to be a secret.
Well, I know who we're taking this to. Tome of Secrets contains secrets? Imagine that.
What are you two whispering about?
Nothing. It's just she forgot something, so I told her I'd go get it.
You're up to something. I just know it.
Thanks, Nick. I'm counting on you.
All right, then. Let's get this Tome of Secrets.
Hello? Anybody home? No answer. This Imi's probably out right now. Well, I'll just get what I came for.
I am watching you like a warbad barbed head. You had better not steal anything.
I would never do something like that! I'm just here to get what Maya asked for.
Then get on with it.
If you would stop interrupting me. The bag. It's got to be in the bag. Ah, here's Maya's bag.
What is that strange patch on her bag?
It's the Steel Samurai. He's the hero of an action hero. He's the hero of an action hero show back in my country. It's actually Maya's favorite show. She's got all sorts of merchandise related to it. Nerd.
I see. He looks strikingly similar to the plumbed Punisher.
They are similar, but the Steel Samurai definitely came first.
I see. How interesting.
Rifa seems genuinely intrigued. There must be a common thread between Plum Punisher and Steel Samurai fans. Come to think of it, didn't Maya mention something about trading with a Plumbed Punisher fan? But I digress. I better find what she asked me to look for and get going. Let's see here. This must be that Tome of Secrets that Maya was talking about.
It's the map. The map. The map. The map.
Gotta look at the map. Gotta look at the map.
He said nothing about touching the map. Well, Barbed Head, are you finished now?
Hold on a sec. The string around it is coming undone.
Oh my god, it's legit doing that. Mr. Krabs said nothing about poking the Tome of Secrets.
It just opens. Oh, Rafa! It opened by itself. The map! The map! The map! Rafa,
Yes, Barbed Head.
did you notice something strange about this map? You mean the fact that it's a plumped Punisher taped to a scroll? The king just comes out. Is that a problem?
It always comes back to SpongeBob.
Oh,
Ah! You fool! Do not lay eyes upon it! Put it away, quickly, before you go blind!
relax. My hand just slipped.
This is the Tome of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and gouge our eyes out!
Oh, right. This book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Benevolence, would you mind if I asked you some questions?
Humph. This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you.
Well, can't you make an exception?
If you insist. Nana. What of this folding book? Yes, I see. This very important tome is bestowed upon the priestess in the purification rite.
Very important. What's written inside?
Oh, I heard about that, Jesse. I don't really think it's that big of a, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Have you heard about Wendy's doing a promotion with SpongeBob?
I think I glanced over that at some point. They're doing like a Krabby Patty, right?
Yeah, it's just a Dave single, but they're just renaming it.
That's kind of lame.
They're
I was
also
hoping they'd have they'd change the recipe a little bit, or try something for crying out loud.
apparently Anthony posted it in the server. Apparently they're doing like some kind of secret sauce, which is most likely Thousand Island dressing.
Okay, I mean I'll take what you can get. That's true in something at least.
But the coolest thing is they're doing a pineapple frosty,
Huh.
which definitely sounds pretty good.
I mean I'm not a fan of pineapple, so I probably won't eat it.
I still say it could be tartar sauce. Super Saiyans, that would make sense, but also that sounds disgusting.
I've never had tartar sauce, but
It's
just
typically with fish.
Yeah, I mean I don't like fish, so.
Yes.
Jesse,
yes.
what exactly?
Oh, good.
I was gonna say, Jesse was saying in the chat like, Wendy's is making the Krabby Patty, which is bastardizing Steven Hillenberg's legacy. Steven never wanted to sell food. I'm still gonna try the pineapple frosty. Okay, then what are you complaining about? If you're still gonna try it, what are you complaining about?
I think this is what's been going around. I think a lot of people are like misunderstanding, or they're just using like a dead man's wishes to like justify hatred, like not liking spin-offs for SpongeBob. Which I feel as if you don't like the spin-offs of SpongeBob, perfect, that's cool. But I don't feel I feel as if it's kind of dirty to like use a dead man's wishes for your argument for it, you know?
I get you. I mean, like, my whole thing is like, if you're gonna criticize something but still take part in it anyway, like, it's almost kind of like, okay. And let me try and put it this way: like reviewers, like, see, people who had to review Star Wars Acolyte, they had to watch the show, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. To give their opinion on it.
Makes
If
sense.
somebody like makes a product though, it's like a type of food, and you're like, And if you genuinely thought that was spitting on somebody's legacy, the best thing for you to do is just not buy the food.
Yeah.
But if you're going to say, "Oh, this spits on his legacy. I'm going to try it." It's like you're defeating your own argument. So yeah, that's all I had to say. Zeke?
I'm still here.
Okay, I thought I lost you for a second.
Nope, I'm still here.
I know, but I love pineapple ice cream. I'm sorry. I mean, it's all right, but I don't like. I just hope you realize you're defeating your own criticisms of the company for doing this.
Yeah, he's not.
I just wanted to point that out to you.
Yeah, he's not like talking down to you. He's just giving a like example. Nothing. It's nothing like that. He's just doing something like that.
Your benevolence?
But yeah, I'm definitely wanting to try that Frosty.
I'm not a fan of pineapple, so I'll probably pass. And I'm probably not going to go to Wendy's just for a whatever it was with some secret sauce or something.
Patience, patience. The book contains Lady Kira's true name.
Her true name? Is a name really that important of a secret?
To a Colossus priestess, a person's name is one of the most important things to know. Hey, Chica, how you doing? Yes, Anthony, we know it's. Sorry, I wasn't calling it the official name. Actually, fun fact. You know how company? Have you heard of companies using like they pay people to give fake reviews?
Yeah.
Do you know a very good way to tell if someone was paid for a review?
It's a good review.
No.
Go on.
If they put the full name of the product excessively, that is a search engine optimization trick, so that it will constantly pop. That review will pop up when you're reviewing the product. So, like what Anthony said, the official name of the Frosty is the Pineapple Under the Sea Frosty. So if someone constantly refers to it as Pineapple Under the Sea Frosty as the full true name, and they do that every single time, like if they do that the first time, like, oh, this product's official name is yada dee yada do yada dum, but they constantly refer to it as the full name, that's a good term. I was watching a video about Disney World itself, and that's how you could tell if someone was paid for their review, if instead of calling it like the Star Wars ride or the Star Wars hotel, they put the full name every single time, because Disney requires them to do that for their review. Just something fun.
Yeah, no, that's good to know.
Learning about marketing makes you like cynical to every marketing trick and know why they do it, but at the same time you kind of look at it like, those sly bastards.
Makes sense. What's so important about a name?
Without a name, a priestess's voice will fail to reach a person's mitama. It is much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address. A spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased's face and name.
Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd, it's like when you see someone in a crowd you recognize, but you don't know their name. It makes it impossible to get their attention.
Indeed, you must know a spirit's face and true name before you can commune with it. So would that go for video reviews on YouTube as well? Or is it just for online reviews? Video reviews are a little different. You'll have to take a look at the metadata itself, so like the description and stuff like that. If they constantly put the full name of the product or the in the description and everywhere like that, it's a little hard to tell. That's typically something you could see in Amazon, like an Amazon review. Because most of the time, if a product works, someone just said, like, let's just say it's like a remote. They'll be like, the remote works great, 5 stars. But like a paid review would be more like, this 24-in-1, all-in-one universal remote worked perfectly, just as I expected. The packaging was perfect and worked way better than competitors. That could be a sign of a fake review. It is the same for Koreanism's most secret art. One of my mother alone may use.
Queen has a secret art? Spirit channeling.
Spirit channeling.
Spirit channeling.
It is something a foreigner such as you could never hope to guess.
Spirit channeling.
In Koreanism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the queen.
It's the same thing as like how ancient Egyptians view names as part of the souls. Oh, interesting. I do know in a lot of like fiction, when it comes to like a fictional religion in fiction, they typically take various different like customs from other religions.
Makes sense.
No one else is supposed to be able to do it.
I should pretend this is all new to me. Besides, I get the feeling she secretly really wants to tell me about it. Oh, come on. Why can't we troll her a little bit?
13 line says to show the... what's it, 13 lines? There's some dialogue if we present this. You fool! Why have you put the Tome of Secrets before me?
What's the big deal?
Stay back! Come no closer!
Hey, this thing's actually pretty useful. Looky here, your benevolence. It's the Tome of Secrets.
If you do not desist this instant, I shall have you put to death in the crime of blasphemy.
Sorry. If looks could kill, I'd already be dead. Could you tell me about this secret art of the queen you spoke of?
Come again?
Oh, sorry, maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right?
It is a secret art of spirit channeling, but I suppose those words are meaningless to you.
I'm just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it.
A third-rate lawyer could not channel spirits simply by learning of the technique.
Third rate is a bit harsh. I'd even settle for second.
Even Bambi-Pambi, I would accept that. That's a good school. What is it? You have the look of a tentacled hag, like a tentacled hag?
Tentacled hag frog.
You have a look of a tentacled hag frog upon your face.
I don't even want to risk looking up an image of that. That just sounds
Safe-
terrifying.
Safe search on.
What the heck is a tentacled hag frog? Maybe it's not real. Okay. Spirit channeling. That's where a medium lets the spirit possess her body to return to our world, right?
Well now, I see you have done your homework.
Oh, I guess I studied a bit.
With the power of spirit channeling, one can bring back even the most ancient of spirits. It is quite a magnificent power, is it not?
I've never seen her eyes light up like this before. I imagine they're pretty shocked when they come back from ancient times.
Indeed. A spirit's memory is cut off from the cut off at the moment of death.
So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any time gap? Between the moment of its death and the moment it's channeled?
Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learned from. Our queens have also used this power to help the rulers of neighboring lands seek counsel.
Doesn't this kind of contradict the third game, though?
Can you remind me of the third game?
Well, when we find out that it was Dahlia on the stand of the witness, she had mentioned, like, her time in the underworld.
Oh yeah, true. Although it could mean that the royalty in this country has a weaker version of it. They can't bring back spirits that know more.
Maybe.
This is why we have never been invaded, and how we have maintained our unique culture. Yeah, because Mia pops up all the time, and she knows what's going on. Yeah, I just think it's a weaker form of spirit medium. Yeah, I think whenever the Fae clan and whatever clan this was a while back, diverged, I think the Fae clan kind of practiced it way more.
Interesting. I mean, there are several people inside the Fae clan who learn how to channel spirits, like Pearl, Mia had the power, their mom had the power. Here it just seems like only the queen and princess learn how to do it.
Yep. It's only stuck to the royalty, so...
It's not a surprise that the skill may have atrophied over time.
Yeah, because there's not as lot of joint learning, like honing the skill when you have multiple people.
So spirit channeling is a really effective tool for international politics.
It is indeed. And that is why only those with the power of of channeling spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late, there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants from neighboring lands. The fools come seeking the same great power as my mother.
Illegal immigrants?
The Fae clan.
Really?
That's why Maya kept it under wraps. I think her people at the village told her to.
Oh.
They probably got a little too. They came over here for to learn more, because the Fae clan. It sounds like the Fae clan is like the exact opposite. They want to learn from all, while this branch of it wants to learn from none. They just want to keep all their powers to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, because if you want to learn from all, you're way more collaborative. What probably happens, the Fae clan probably like, hey, we noticed that you also a spirit channel. You wanna talk about it, and they probably kicked them out. And then also with the case with Misty Fae, was it is that Maya Mia's mom getting that false problem with the DL6? Probably also had issues too.
That could be a thing.
Yes, it's becoming quite a problem. Some have lost their way in life and come to Koreanism for their salvation. Among them are also those of dubious natures, who have been driven from their own lands.
You know, if it's illegal immigrants that you have a problem with, we know a guy that might help you build a wall.
Oh no.
Dubious nature. Driven from their own land. Gasp and Pain definitely fits that bill. Credit to Anthony for the idea for that joke.
Oh my gosh.
But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Can you channel spirits, your benevolence?
I am but a royal priestess. There is still much that I must learn. As of now, the deviation seance takes me to my very limits of my ability.
Divination.
Divination. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, divination.
Divination.
So,
Okay.
her spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's.
You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you?
Don't be ridiculous!
It is written all over your face, you impudent nincompoop.
Impudent nincompoop.
The divination seance was once one of the most important roles fulfilled by the queen. That is what my mother taught me when I was little. Then why doesn't the queen do it?
So the queen can perform the dance of divination. That'd be a sight to see.
Someday, I will be a powerful priestess and queen, just like my mother. And the divination seance is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day.
Forgive my ignorance, your benevolence.
Humph, you shall see. It will not be long before I, too, master the secret art of spirit channeling. I will be a magnificent queen who unites her people for the greater good of Quran.
Now I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to.
Oh,
I'm going to ace that test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down.
It looks like she actually has something in common with Maya.
are you quite through now? There are more important things to do than to stand here and talk about spirit channeling.
That's true. It doesn't have anything to do with this case, as far as I can tell. Or does it? If the queen is a spirit medium...
Are you about to suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Kira?
I guess you saw that one coming.
Humph. Lawyers are indeed a witless breed. On the day of the rite, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace.
Of course.
My mother's a very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe the Queen of Kharian would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third-rate.
I mean, a leader that would stand up to the people threatening his country is a leader to be respected.
Oh, true.
Another dead end. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads, so... Over there! After him! Don't let him escape! Ollie, what did you do?
What is all that racket? What? That escaped prisoner has surfaced here in town?
Escaped prisoner?
You mean... that guy with the bushy beard?
There's no reason to panic. The police are on his trail.
He's no longer a suspect. He might know something, considering he was at the scene of the crime. Let's go take a look.
Wait!
Oh, my aching back. I forgot how badly I injured it. Ow, 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 ow.
I need to do some exercising and stretching when I need to do some exercising, I need to do some stretching and exercise more when I get back home.
Ah, Mr. Wright!
Hey, Albie. That's Arbol. Have you seen it? Ow! Ow! Ow!
Are you alright, sir?
1 second. Have you seen an escaped prisoner around here?
Oh, so that's why that's why all those police came rushing over here. I heard them saying something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area.
He disappeared in this area? Couldn't have taken the air again, could he?
Barbed head. I told you to wait.
It's too dangerous for you around here, your benevolence. Mr. Arbol could be lurking nearby.
What sort of princess would I be if all it took was an escaped prisoner to frighten me?
She's fearless, I'll give her that. I can't be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, I might as well search the area myself.
Oh, I see the
If I was-
manhole cover.
If I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide? Good eye. The manhole cover. It's open.
Whoa! What is it, Shadow?
Did he sniff out someone or something in the manhole? I wonder. Could Shadow track Mr. Arbol if he had something with the rebels' scent on it?
I don't know.
If I feel like I've got something with Mr. Arbol's scent on it. Something he might have touched. Do we have the parachute?
Probably.
What do we have?
We do not have the parachute. But let's try this.
Here, Shadow. How about this? Hope it works. I think he's picked up the scent. You mind if I borrow Shadow for a bit?
Oh my gosh, we're borrowing another dog.
Just keep it away from Larry.
By all means. I had no idea you could do this. Yeah, go get him, boy.
Your benevolence? I'm heading down the manhole now. Could be dangerous, so please wait here.
Wait.
Don't worry, I won't commit any of those misdeeds you're so worried about.
That is not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent lurking down there.
Oh? Are you worried about me?
No, I was simply wondering why you would go to such lengths in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from this case, they might commute your sentence.
I'm doing this to prove Maya innocent.
But how can you be so sure of the accused's innocence? She has already been found guilty.
Don't worry. Maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see. Okay. I believe in her. If she says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyers must trust in their clients to the bitter end. That's just what we do.
You lame brain. Do what you will.
Well, I'm going in. Let's go, Shadow.
Be careful.
Wait, come back here. It's pitch black down here. I can't see a thing. Ah! Ugh. Ow, ow, ow. Huh?
Uh-oh.
What happened? Went down into the manhole and then...
Oh, you finally came to.
Oh, we shaved. Oh! I remember that face anywhere. And that dragon symbol on his armband. That's the mark of the rebels. There can be no mistake. It's him. That's our ball. Yikes!
Sorry, I got a little rough with you back there. I thought you were the cops. Why are you making that face? Oh my gosh! Instead of lizards, now he's eating apples. Hey, you want an
Yikes.
apple?
Actually, yes. With peanut butter. Ooh, I thought he was going to kill me. I'll pass on the apple, but thanks. I don't mind a good apple, but not right now. What is this place?
This is the office of my brother-in-arms, Dirk. But right now, we're using it as a rebel safe house.
Wait, back up a sec. What kind of office is this exactly?
A law office, what else?
Really? Dirk used to be a lawyer?
Yep, just like you.
Crine's public enemy #1 is an ex-lawyer. Didn't see that coming.
Oh, I see they really respect the royalty around here. With the...
Ah! I didn't know what you were pointing at for a second. Now I see it.
But I don't suppose I'll be coming around here anymore.
You won't? Are you planning to flee or something?
It's just, I want to get out of the rebel business. Tired of being hounded by the cops and all that. So I came by today to pick up the last of my stuff.
Really?
I'm gonna sell Dirk's information to the Minister of Justice, then slip out of Quran.
Wait a second!
Oh my gosh.
You're a key person of interest in the case. You can't go running off like that.
Relax, will you? I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Oh, and sorry about punching your lights out back there. My bad. So, Mr. Lawyer Man, what you want to know?
Tell me about the murder of the High Priest, Torust Inmi, and the acolyte, Parizele.
Sure, I'll tell you what I can. Don't know if it'll be much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so...
I wonder how true that really is. Tell me everything you know about the High Priest's murder.
Well, as you know, I don't remember much about that. I banged my head on a rock as soon as I parachuted into the inner sanctum. So when I told you I had nothing to do with his murder, I meant it.
Okay, then. Where were you when you came after... Or... Where were you when you came to after banging your head?
By the time I came to, it was already dawn. I must have been out cold the whole time.
So you didn't see the crime happen at all?
You got that right.
Then why did you say you did when you testified?
Oh, about that, since I didn't remember a thing, I was afraid I'd seen suspicious, so I came up with that whole story.
Does he even realize how much trouble his big fat lie has caused me?
Sorry for the trouble. It was definitely my bad.
Look at that. Just look at that. Cap,
Perfection.
Just take a gif of that. It's like, bro thinks she cares. So the bottom line is you were at the scene of the crime but weren't involved in it. Got it. So Dirk used to be a lawyer?
Yep, he was a force to be reckoned with back when he was still practicing. He was a juggernaut of the law and as mighty as a dragon. He could strike terror into the prosecutor's heart just by glaring at him. People called it his dragon's glare. He even got criminals to confess and pass out with a well-placed glare.
You gotta be kidding me.
But most important of all, he would never surrender. He'd fight for the accused, no matter how the odds were stacked against him.
Is that what you mean by the will of the dragon?
Yep, that would be it, actually. Your work in court yesterday was mighty impressive, too. You didn't give up, no matter how hard of a beating you took. Not unlike Dirk, I might add.
Oh, thanks. Even if a big part of that beating I took was because of you.
You know what? The flowers.
Oh. Incense and white flowers. The flowers are still fresh. They must have been put here today or yesterday. Did you put these here, Mr. Arble?
Something wrong with the flowers?
Oh, no!
It's just a tradition thing here in Quran. Pay it no mind.
Looks like there's a photo of Dirk and his compatriots. And here's one that looks really old. Hey, yo! That's Apollo and Shadmati!
What the hell? Uh-oh.
Holy crap. Wow. This was taken about 20 years ago.
Those were Dirk's sons.
I thought Apollo was only like 22. Really?
I think he's like 20. He's like 24, 25.
I'm gonna look it up. Apollo Justice. The wiki's gotta say something about it, right? Documented age range is 15 to 24.
The wiki includes like all references of the character.
Okay, so he is 24 at the most. Okay, I'm positive he was 22 in his first game, so it makes sense that he's 24 now.
Right. Yeah, he was fresh out of law school in his game in the fourth.
Really? So this is the rebel Dirk in the center? He doesn't look so evil. Both his sons look kind of familiar.
One on the left is Yudi. Oh, but you know him as Prosecutor Shadmati.
Prosecutor Shadmati is Dirk's son?
That he is. Yudi was once a rebel too. He used to really respect his old man, both as a father and as a lawyer.
Then why'd he become a prosecutor?
Being a lawyer in this kingdom is the same as signing your own death warrant.
On account of the Defense Culpability Act, right?
Yeah, that's why Yudi decided to be a prosecutor instead. So basically like Edgeworth. He took the Edgeworth path, but without the death. He wanted to spark a revolution from the inside, so he dove right into the enemy's den.
I would have never guessed it, looking at him now.
You could say that again. Dirk is battling to change Karainen's legal system. The will of the dragon spurs him on. We all thought Yudi was taking up the mantle to carry on that will too. We were sure he'd help overthrow Garon one day, but as you've seen, he now uses the law to do her bidding. Dirk's been beside himself.
So he no longer carries the will of the dragon in him, huh? I wonder what happened between father and son for it to come to this.
So Apollo is the son of a rebel leader. Yeah, he's the son of a rebel leader and his mother is a international singer. Wasn't that the reveal? The blind singer was their.
Yeah, Lamior. She is in fact Apollo's mother.
So she hooked up with a rebel leader.
If I'm not mistaken, they were married.
Wow.
You know what probably happened? They were married. Then the Defense Culpability Act happened. He became a rebel, and she fled the country.
Makes sense. She fled the country, probably moved to she moved to that country that speaks in hieroglyphics.
No, actually, well, she went to form up with the trope Grammarize. No, wait. She was
the singer, so she was in that country with the silk.
She was also Trucy's mom, which means she was with the magicians.
Oh, huh.
So she got married to like a famous lawyer. The Defense Culpability Act happens. They can't stay together. So she gets remarried to another person and has a daughter with him. Then she gets shot and ends up in the hieroglyphics country. I forgot what happened in between that.
I need to replay the fourth game. Like, I feel as if I would appreciate the fourth game more after playing 5 and 6, which is so weird. But you know,
you're probably not wrong. What about the other child in this photo?
Oh, adopted son.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that helps. That's Dirk's adopted son, but he's gone back overseas. His name's Apollo.
Apollo? Wait a second. That bracelet. It really is Apollo!
He was a rascal, that one. His voice could shake the entire room. I imagine he's out there raising high hell somewhere.
Yes, I'm sure he's doing just fine. Considering how far he's come, Mr. Alby's description really doesn't do Apollo justice. Apollo! I'm watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave Trucy and the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Thank you! I'll be fine! Everything will be fine!
The mother was
He's a responsible young man
born.
now.
Oh, sorry.
He never lost that loud voice, though.
The mother was born as a magician. She became a singer after getting shot and lived in Borgania. That's the name of the holographics place. Guess we should call him Apollo Injustice. Well, that's a big bombshell.
What happened to Apollo's dad, though? Is this a law book? Dragon's mark has been branded into the cover.
That's Dirk's law book.
Really? The leader of the rebels? That Dirk?
That's right. And that mark of the dragon is the emblem of the rebellion.
Pages in this one section are really dirty.
Must be the section of the Defense Culpability Act.
You must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act.
Well, all right then. Let's take a look at this. The name of her impotence. Those who would
Eminence.
eminence. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. So it's just basically the act itself. Where does that come in?
He practically wore out the entire section. Is that coat yours, Mr. Arbol?
Nah, it belonged to the rebel leader Dirk.
It's pretty impressive. I like the color, too.
Want to try it on?
Really? You sure it's okay?
Of course. Bet it will look great on you.
Well then, don't mind if I do. Ah! It smells all moldy!
I can't believe you fell for it. That thing's been hanging there forever.
Note to self. Don't trust this guy ever again.
Oh, perfect, Anthony. I'll take a look at that in a moment. He made a gif of Arbol laughing.
Nice. What's this thing on the What's this thing with the dragon on it? Some kind of sign?
Yep, that was his business sign back when it was Dirk's office.
He used to be a lawyer, right?
That he was, but it's a really long time ago. This place has seen better days, that's for sure.
Well, I hope he can put this sign back up someday.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
There are bowls and platters of food here. They're still warm, as if this was all recently prepared. You must have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Arbol.
Guys as big and strong as me got even bigger appetites, you know?
But you just fled from the police. I don't know how you could eat this much after all that excitement. Ah! Sorry if I offended you.
But first, let's start off with an appetizer.
Where is he getting all those apples from?
Want to
Seriously, I
join me,
want
Mr.
some.
Lawyer Man? Got plenty of sewer lizards, too.
Were all those lizards he was eating from the sewers?
Yes.
That's disgusting! Ah!
Well, I gotta start packing. Who knows when they might catch up with me if I don't scram soon.
Please wait. I still need to ask you something.
Go ahead, shoot.
What are your rebels trying to do? And why were you at the inner sanctum in the first place? Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there?
I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. But that high priest was a fool for getting taken in by Dirk. He should have tried hightailing it out of Quran, just like I'm doing. Uh-oh. Whew, a 4.
Cyclops! Mr. Arbol is hiding something, but I won't know exactly what it is until I can undo those locks. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Arbol?
Huh? I'm not hiding anything. No way, no how.
I'll just have to use my Magatama on him then.
Take that!
I'm going to ask you again. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there?
You keep asking, but the answer's still the same. I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. But that high priest was a fool. He fell for Dirk's line and sold his own country out.
How can you say such things about him? He helped you escape, didn't he? Don't you even care what happened to him?
Nope. I was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. We never stood a chance against the Garan regime.
Hang on. Do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the High Priest's death really hurt you on the inside?
Like I said, I couldn't care less about the whole thing.
I beg to differ. This wouldn't be here in this room if you didn't feel a thing.
Take that!
I heard these flowers are offered in memory of the dead here in Korian. The High Priest's death hit you hard, so you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well,
Hee-ho! There's the One Piece face. Those flowers didn't mean anything. It's just the Korionese way of saying goodbye.
why hide the fact that you're mourning his death?
You're reading too much into this. I told you I'm done with the rebellion. I haven't even heard from Dirk or the rest of them for a few days. And tomorrow, I'm planning to kiss this kingdom goodbye.
No, I know you've been in contact with the other rebels lately.
And how exactly do you plan on proving that?
This piece of evidence ties you to the other rebels.
Take that!
I found this prayer flag at the Plaza of Devotion. You wrote a message on it and left it behind for your fellow rebels, didn't you? They brought you this food for you at your request. So you're lying about leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Dirk and the rest of them, aren't you?
Nah!
Are you ready to tell me the truth now?
Oh, you're good, Mr. Lawyer Man. I admit it. I requested the grub. But I was just taking advantage of them, that's all.
What do you mean?
With my face plastered all over the place, I couldn't stay out of the open anymore. So I took advantage of my former comrades to get some grub and a place to hide. I'm gonna kiss this kingdom goodbye tomorrow.
I'm not buying it. You're obviously lying. I can tell just by looking at you. The white-hot flames of revolution definitely still burn on inside you.
What? That's ridiculous. Those flames burned out a long time ago.
This proves that the flames of revolution still burn inside of you.
The law book?
Take that!
Oh yeah.
Dirk's law book? I'm no lawyer, so what's that gotta do?
Look at the mark branded onto the cover. The mark that stands for an unwavering commitment to the revolution. It is Dirk's way of representing the will of the dragon.
Oh, and he has the dragon on his sleeve now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So what of it?
You have the same mark on your scarf tied around your left arm. But you wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel.
I forgot to take it off, that's all.
No. As a wanted man, that should have been the first thing you took off. The fact that you haven't hidden that mark proves that you're still a rebel.
Hoo-ha!
That face.
I love that face.
I can think of several funny captions for that.
Think what you want, but you don't know nothing about me.
No, you're wrong. You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve, just like me. And this is what I believe in. The attorney's badge.
Take that!
When a person's back is against the wall, they always fall back on what they believe in. Just as I always have my badge. You have the will of the dragon in with you.
Would you risk your life for your beliefs?
No, I wouldn't.
No?
No, because I wouldn't be much use to my clients dead. Now admit it. You never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you?
That look in your eye, it's just like Dirk's. Looks like you got the will of the dragon inside you, too. I had planned to take you out if you turned out to be on the side of the Royals. But I think I could trust you.
I can't believe I was that close to getting shanked here!
It's like you said. I have no intention of leaving Dirk's group.
In other words, you were testing me.
You're a foreigner, and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. And I've seen a fair share. Of lawyers get pardoned after weeping at the feet of the Queen.
Well, I'm going to keep fighting till the end.
Yeah, I could see that now. Sorry I ever doubted you.
So what are you doing here anyway?
I came to get a secret hideout key from the helper.
A secret hideout?
Yep, I was supposed to get my next order from Dirk there. But the town's swarming with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I could do about that.
What about the order Dirk was supposed to give you?
Gonna have to abort that mission. Now I'm just lying low, waiting for a chance to make contact with Dirk again. Hey, why the long face?
I thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priest's murder.
Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, I know. Let me make it up to you with this.
What is it?
This orb's actually a key. It opens the door to one of our secret hideouts. Oh, and I think I know where that goes. The bird statue.
I don't recall what it looked like.
I
guess
think
we'll
it was missing an eye, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
Okay.
I can't say any more than that. Anyway, I hope it helps.
This orb. Is it a key?
Yep. Plus, the hideout's in a totally unexpected location. And being that is super secret, we couldn't just have any ordinary key.
I see.
Everyone's calling it a Dragon Ball in chats.
Maybe this will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks.
Don't mention it. Besides, you're a feather brother in arm, fighting the powers that be. If that helps you, feel free to pick my brain a bit more. Everyone's been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately.
Well, my friend Maya is suspected of being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you?
Beats me. But whoever she is, she's bushwhacked me and hurled me off to jail. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops. She's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes.
Watching you like a hawk? Framing you for crimes? Why would anyone go to all that trouble?
Our kingdom likes to pretend that its people are free to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can't arrest you just for sympathizing with the rebellion. So they resort to framing people for things they didn't do.
Then that Lady Kira figure is...
Yep, she's just some lickspittle working for the Gairon regime.
Wow.
I'm sorry for comparing Batman to her then.
Same.
Even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered.
What's that supposed to mean?
Let's just say, I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you. 'Cause you got a defiant attitude, like one of those dragon dupes.
So this is really a riff on the Chinese government? This is really more of a riff on the American government. In China, they just arrest you for whatever they feel like. So he was talking about Lady Kira then?
Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillance, and clever setups. She's no amateur if you ask me.
So you're saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels?
Exactly. Exactly. The Gairon regime is using her to control the people, even down to what we think.
Why don't the people protest that the monarchy is doing something like that?
Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. And without that, we can't prove anything.
Ah! I know that feeling. If I bring this up in court, they probably dismiss it out of hand. I'll have to unmask Lady Kira if I want to get anywhere.
Our goal? To get rid of that evil, no good Defense Culpability Act.
I can tell just by looking at Dirk's law book.
The DC Act has turned this kingdom into a corrupt cesspool, where false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. Were you able to finish the Great Ace Attorney? No, we stopped after I think the first case.
The second case. That was the time you were moving to you were moving states, right?
Yeah, I believe so. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted.
What happened 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law?
The assassination of Queen Armora. That's where it all began. Amora. That's where it all began. It happened before I was even born, but Queen Amora, the previous queen, was assassinated. And it was the rebel leader Dirk who did it.
Dirk assassinated the former queen, didn't he?
That's the official line, but
The official line?
those charges were completely trumped up. Dirk was framed, I'm telling you.
He was?
Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers. And that's how the DC Act was first passed.
So that's why there aren't any lawyers left in Cryan.
Even worse, it changed the significance of the
Divination.
divination seance.
The significance of the divination seance?
Everyone's saying, Jesse's saying we should continue. We do have plans on continuing it, just with the Miles Edgeworth thing coming out too. We'll have to probably
We
do
gotta
like a poll or
decide
something.
which one we want to do first.
Yep. We'll have to figure it out.
They were holding seances in court, even before the DC Act?
You bet they were. Lawyers and prosecutors used the hotly contest.
Hotly.
The hotly contested the insights. Used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seances.
You mean like what I've been doing?
Right! It's like Dirk used to say. The Royal Priestess's insights are just another piece of evidence.
Right. I see what you mean about the significance of the divination seance changing.
Yep, the insights became the only truth, and arguing against them were banned. As Royal Priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth, along with the divination seance. Just one of those words I just can't figure out. This time, I will prove that the insights I gleaned thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with your with you under the headman's axe.
From what I've seen, Rafa would agree with that.
This kingdom's a shadow of its former self. It's become a dictatorship where the royals use the fear of trumped-up charges to rule.
And that's what Dirk's rebelling against?
Yep. All we want to do, all we want is to live in a kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. There's only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime.
So that's the truth behind the rebels.
Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am the fangs of the Defiant Dragons. That's our bell.
You're not going to do that alley-oop thing again? Or you're not going to do that alley-oop thing again, are you?
I was just getting to that. See it when I see ya. Alley-oop.
Why does he have to jump like that before running off? Well, I guess we're friends now. But enough about that. I've already spent way too much time here. Phew. Finally got out of there. Did you bring the dog back? Okay, good.
Mr. Wright! I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you.
Shadow, what happened to him anyway?
He came out of the manhole about 5 minutes after you went in. Sorry he wasn't much help. Well, did you find anything of worth?
Oh, I tripped and fell down there. Must have been out cold for a while.
I figured as much.
I have to find that secret hideout Mr. Arbol was talking about. I should probably start with the places that have something to do with the High Priest.
Barbed Head, you've already searched here, did you not?
Oh, I just thought to look around again. You know, in case I missed something. Probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. We have a saying back home. Leave no stone unturned.
Oh, yes. You cannot stump me. I know that one.
Actually, I don't have a clue. It's written all over your face.
Also, Gullible is written on the ceiling.
Let's take a closer look, shall we? GCD, do you like Miku music? And I think that's cool. You should go to a Miku concert. I'd be down to go see one if I could work it into my schedule. That's like, do you like Miku music? That's kind of a broad term. I mean, there are Miku songs that I like. What? Oh, this is all stuff we've read before, haven't it?
Yep.
Considering the amount of blood, he must have been stabbed with considerable force. There's no way Maya would be strong enough to deliver such a blow.
Huh, I thought it was the bird eye.
Maybe we need a different angle?
There it is.
Have we
Miku
read
makes
this,
me
or-
cringe, says Jordan. The voice,
It's okay to have a wrong opinion.
the voice, it hits that uncanny valley. There's only like one or two. There's only one or two songs that I could really like listen to.
I do not agree. I honestly like. I do not know where the uncanny valley comes from. Like, I get it might not sound like it's not off-putting to me, I guess is what I mean.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, this eye is missing.
What are you doing? You must not touch that for no reason.
Sorry. There are other Vocaloids besides Miki. Who's Miki?
I think he means Miku.
I know. I'm just teasing him. Yeah, I know there are other Vocaloids. I knew it.
Do 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 do. What?
She must be at a loss for words. And that doesn't happen too often.
What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Barbhead.
I don't think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout under the prison. That takes some guts.
Yep. Right under their noses.
If I'm shocked there's a secret door here, I imagine that goes double for Rafa.
A rebel hideout in this inner sanctum? Someone will pay for this!
Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around.
Wait! You must not enter before the police!
Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. Or at least try not to. Besides, with you watching over me, it should be fine, right? And, you see...
Fine. Just please stop pleading your case. I only stand so much devilly drivel. But I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police.
Of course. Now, shall we?
I will go no further.
Oh, right. You're not supposed to come in contact with the taint of Lady Kira's battle.
Very good, Barbed Head. I commend you for remembering. I commend you for remembering.
Oh, well, thank you. Wait, why am I thanking her?
I may not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I will be watching you like a war bard from the entrance here.
Told you I'm not going to do anything. I better hurry before she changes her mind.
Move into the rebel hideout.
Rocks.
I believe this is the sacred space that enshrines the source of the spring water.
That makes sense. The rebels must have converted it into a secret hideout.
Hey, Jawer. How you doing?
But what about that warbad revolving door? I wonder if that too was originally intended to hide and protect this sacred space.
To think those filthy rebels were scheming their schemes in the most sacred space. It is
Desecration?
It is a desecration upon Koryanism itself. The Defiance Dragon shall pay for this.
I suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of the place. Good thing I brought a camera to snap some souvenir shots.
Stop that! You must not take photos here without permission.
Rifa's really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as it will go. I guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. Got some AK-47s in here. Can I have them? Now to search every nook and cranny.
Barbed Head! Just because it's hard for me to see your every move, do not use that as an excuse to touch and break things.
I heard you the first time. Sheesh. This statue door rotates when you pull this chain.
I see. Then you must shut the door and destroy its mechanism. That will deprive the insurgents of access to this place.
But wouldn't that trap me in here?
Not to worry, I would come to visit you once a year.
She's actually serious.
Oh. Someone left handprints.
Large stone slab. It's shaped like a magatama. Looks rather unstable. I bet I'd trip over it in an earthquake. What's that earthy grass-like smell? Is that the herb?
It is the smell of the moss that covers the stone.
Oh, so this shaggy green stuff is moss. Looks like some of the moss is about halfway up, or some of the moss about halfway up has been disturbed. I wonder why that is. One quick touch can't hurt, right? Whoa! The slab's starting to wobble.
Are the Vocaloid singers or instruments? Both, technically.
I guess if I had to choose one, I guess they are the singers, because that's what they do. They are singing, even though it's artificial singing.
It's artificial singing, and you use it to create music. So I think technically they're an instrument.
I mean, with that argument, you could say your own body is an instrument, because, you know, a lot of songs have, like, clapping sounds. You could make the argument your hands are instruments at that point.
I mean, I could definitely see it. What is happening? What have you done to the sacred space?
Nothing! All I did was nudge it a little. I knew it looked unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. There's a Plum Punisher calendar here.
Ah, now I understand. The villains in the Plumbed Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching the show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira.
I doubt that's it. Weapons. And a lot of them, too.
We are lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Barbed Head.
Oh, thanks. The rebellion ever happens. I hope it's bloodless. I don't think there's ever such thing as... Well, I guess it depends on what kind of rebellion. What's this? A bloodstain? I should probably try and figure out what happened in here.
Do not tamper with any evidence before the police arrive.
The police? Hey, that reminds me. Emma gave me something for times like these. I thought I might help with your investigation. Here, it's all yours. I wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools. But they were confiscated at the airport. Luminal testing fluid. This might actually come in handy. You know, you could shoot her, drag her body inside, and hide the corpse there.
Tempting.
Yeah, we're not murdering a teenage girl. No, that is out of the question.
Especially someone in royalty, too.
Luminal testing...
Oh, sorry.
Luminal testing fluid glows in reaction to even the tiniest traces of blood. So it can detect areas where blood has been wiped. Might help us figure out what happened in here. Okay, time for science to do its thing. First, let me put these red tinted glasses on to see the luminals glow. Then I just press A wherever I want to spray some of the luminal. Check that stone.
Yep.
The one with the handprints on it. I guess not. Try over the blood again. Shouldn't the blood be glowing?
You would think.
Try on the other side of the stream where the blood is.
Oh, like over here?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, there we go.
aha! This is a huge blood stain. Something big must have happened here.
Perhaps the high priest's blood flowed in there from under the Warbad statue?
There was definitely a lot of blood here. But it's impossible to say much else at this point. I'll just have to take a picture for now. Oh, right. Luminal reactions don't show up in photos. I guess I'll just have to take some notes. That should do it. Didn't notice before, but the blood stain looks like it was smeared away in one place. Is it because the Warbad's revolving door passed over it?
Oh. I think we just found the reason for that, Jawware.
So this is the water source that supplied the Inner Sanctum spring. Flows through the channel built into the floor before heading outside.
Lady Kira used the sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body. It's also not.
That's
well,
Phoenix. It's also not red like the water in the spring.
Interesting. So it could be possible the murder took place here?
It's not an unreasonable thought.
How dare those filthy insurgents raise their banner amid such a sacred space? Barbed Head, you must burn it at once.
Didn't you tell me not to touch or damage anything?
Humph, this is an exception. Very well. If you will not do it, then I will.
But your benevolence, I thought you're not supposed to come in here.
Urgh.
For once, the strange customs of this kingdom are working in my favor. There's something under the banner. Microphone? What's it doing here? Someone trying to record something with it? Looks like an order from Dirk.
What's this? Let me see that.
I thought you're not supposed to touch anything in here.
This is an exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Holy Mother!
What? What does it say?
It is an order intended for that rebel named Dots. It reads, after the rite, infiltrate the place under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume. And searching for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dirk.
23 years ago? He must mean the assassination of Queen Amara. I wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to the case at hand.
This will not do. I must warn my mother at once.
No need to do that. The order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume is still here, and Abbot Inmi is no longer able to aid the rebels.
I knew that.
Is there anything else? Oh,
Look,
What is it, Barbed Head?
it's a plumbed Punisher clock.
Why, I believe it's a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky viewers.
and who else is a fan of Plum Punisher?
Let's go through the profiles.
Oh.
Someone that
Wait.
has enough stuff to trade for a Steel Samurai.
Aha.
I think the Widow is a Black Widow.
Oh my.
How scandalous.
This rare item plays the Plumbed Punisher theme song every hour. Hand it over now, Barbed Head.
Ah! She snatched it away from me. No matter what she says, Rafa is definitely a huge fan.
What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right.
It's the Plumbed Punisher theme song.
Yes, now I see. The insurgents who use this room must be Plumbed Punisher fans.
That may be so, but I don't see how it's relevant to the case. Well, I think that covers everything about everything here.
Oh, hey, Emma.
Mr. Wright, you shouldn't have come in here before the police.
Sorry, but I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to. Her benevolence can attest to that.
She's just playing with the clock. Yeah, he did nothing.
Your benevolence, where'd you get that clock? I brought it here.
It's
Yeah,
my watch.
broke.
It's your fault for being so slow. I expect the police to work faster and more efficiently.
Sorry.
Well, Barbed Head, have you not already seen enough?
I guess it's about time I got back to the temple and go over everything I've learned.
The Temple.
Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go?
Fortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive.
No way.
I do not understand, Barbed Head.
What do you not understand?
Why you did not commit any misdeeds during your investigation? After all, lawyers apply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods.
What? Who told you that?
My mother. Are you saying she was wrong? No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose.
If that were so, she wasted her whole day following me around.
What is it?
Prosecutor Shamade has need of me.
What's going on?
I must go perform a divination seance for Pure Zealot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins.
I see.
The third time will be the charm. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow. And I will teach that neophyte practitioner a lesson.
Looks like her royal priestess is back with a vengeance. She's made a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier today. I look forward to seeing you in court, Your Benevolence.
Humph, your overconfidence will be your downfall. You will not look so confident when I'm finished with you tomorrow.
Actually, I'm not really looking forward to I'm not really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow. Especially without any solid evidence.
Why don't we go over everything you know so far?
All right, let's see here. Acolyte Zalot was killed during the rite with Lady Kira's dagger. Maya's fingerprints were found on it.
That doesn't sound very good.
I know. It's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. I want to steal that puppy. Why don't you just go adopt one?
No,
Steal somebody else's puppy.
Nemu wants the puppy. Wants that puppy.
Yeah, too bad. That puppy belongs to the kid. The day before his murder, Zalot enjoyed a meal with the High Priest, his wife, and Maya. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Kurayan.
None of that sounds very helpful.
Oh, but I did hear something interesting.
Super Sans, you do have a point. No, that makes sense because he is part of the insurgents. He is a rebel.
It does make sense. I guess it's just one extra piece of glue to stick to it.
Yeah, that's true.
That rebel hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister.
What? Really? Our kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. All right, see you later, 13 Lion. Thanks for stopping
See ya.
by. We can't allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence. What about fear and hunger, though?
Well, hunger will lead to a rebellion. Albie, that sounds like something a rebel might say.
It does? But if that Lady Kira really is one of the Minister Igma's subordinates, that would exonerate Miss Maya.
Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found at the Inner Sanctum. There was a bloodstain inside. But I don't know if or how it's connected to this case.
Wow, a secret room at the Inner Sanctum? That would be a huge hit with tourists.
This kid really is an entrepreneur at heart.
What I mean is that hideout could be important to your case.
Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. Looks like I'm heading into court without any useful evidence.
We'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial.
Princess Rafa's divination seance might be my only hope. There could be some new information in it that might help.
The
Divination.
divination seance? But I thought it always worked against the accused.
Not always.
Right. It's like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess's insights are just another piece of evidence. Really? I never heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, sir.
Divination seances work both ways before the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that the people of Karayan find it strange.
Mr. Wright, I just wanted to say, good luck tomorrow.
Thanks. Can't afford to lose this next one. I've collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. Rifa's insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got.
To be continued. Well, all right then.
Oh boy.
I'd say we do it next time because next Friday will be my last, or Friday or Saturday will be my last free one for next 2 weeks after that. So it'll be
all right,
perfect. It will be perfect to end the chapter after that.
Okay.
That's how I see it, at least.
Yeah, that works out.
Well, alrighty. Thank you so much, GCD, for being a part of this.
You're welcome.
And thank you all so very much for stopping by and join. Until next time, we are going to put an end to this case.
Yeah.
See you later, guys. Peace.
Shout out to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
And later.